Hey breeders, it's Olivia, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to create and use checklist templates in Dog Breeder Pro. So the first thing we're going to do is obviously navigate. On the left hand side there is this item that says templates in our menu. And here we have our template screen. As you can see, I don't have any templates yet. I'm going to show you how to make one. So it's important for me to explain the purpose of templates. And what these are for making specific checklists that you can apply to litters. For example, every time you have a new litter, there are certain things that you have to do for every puppy. Your process for that litter will likely be very similar in each case. But for every litter, you then have to make these to-do items over and over again. And the idea with templates is that you can create one checklist that you can then apply each time you have a new litter. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to show you how we're doing that. So let's add a template. And like I said, let's use the example of newborn puppies. I'm going to add that name. Auto sort, I'll explain that in a sec, but I'm going to switch that on and save. Okay, so we have our first checklist, at least the bare bones of it set up. So now let's add some items. I'm going to say clean whelping box. Now here you can indicate, is it for the entire litter or is it for each puppy? Now, cleaning the whelping box, if I have 5 puppies, I don't have to do that 5 times. I just do it once. So this applies just to the whole litter. So I'm going to select that. Timing refers to how many days or weeks this is happening after whelping. And as you can see, it says 0 days. So it has this tag that says on whelping day, which is correct. So if I save that, there's our item. And you can see here at the top, we have these 2 icons, and these refer to how many items we have that apply to either the whole litter or to individual puppies. So let me give you another example. Let's say that 1 week after birth, I need to trim nails. So that's obviously something I have to do for each individual puppy. So I'm going to say each puppy and say save. Okay, so you've seen that it put trim nails second. And that isn't just because I made it the second item, but because we've got auto sort on here. And that means that it will sort these items chronologically in what order they have to happen. Let's use another one. Let's say weigh puppies. That applies to each puppy, and that's going to happen on whelping day. Save. Okay, so we have these 3 items. Obviously, your list will probably be much longer than this, but we have what we need for me to show you how this works. So now you're going to navigate to a litter. Let's say I'm going to go to my pastry shop litter, and I'm going to say to do. And here I can click on these 3 buttons and say apply checklist. And then it will give me what checklists I have. So I only have one, so that's the only option I can pick right now. An anchor date refers to the whelping date, right? So you can see it's input 1st of Feb because that is the date of birth of this litter. Go ahead and click apply, and now it's gone and applied all of those to-do items for this litter. So we have this clean whelping box item, that's for the whole litter, and then something like trim nails is for each individual puppy. So you can see here it says 0 out of 6 because there are 6 puppies in this litter. So you can see here how it's created a to-do item for each individual puppy. Eclair, brioche, almond, they're all here, and I can tick them off as I do them. And you can see here it shows up how many I've done. So I can go ahead and collapse that. I can also edit these. So if I expand this, I can delete this item, because what's important to note is that once you apply a checklist, those items are independent from your original template, right? So I can go ahead and add more items or delete items, and it won't affect my original template. So I can go ahead and delete this item if I want to. I can add a description, I can change the due date, and obviously the title. And you can also do that for individual ones. Let's say if it's a very sad scenario and one of the puppies is deceased, I can delete this one. And I can also add items. So maybe buy toys. It's for the whole litter. I'm going to say save. Okay, great. So that is how the templates work. What's also nice to know is that these individual items, so let's say the trim nails one, if you go to one of these puppies individually, like Strudel, let me go ahead to that dog. If I go to this dog's events and to do, you'll see that that item also shows up here, just as it should. We've got trim nails and weigh puppies, which we've added from the litter checklist. So those show up over here as well. That's really nice. One more thing, if you want to edit your checklist, you just go to templates and you can edit the name, the auto sort. This button, by the way, default, it just means that that's the one that you use most often. And that's just the first one that will be suggested to you. So that's how you edit this. You can also delete it. And how you edit individual items is simply by expanding them here. You can delete items, you can change everything about it just the same way as you did when you created the items in the first place. I think that's everything there is to tell you about litter templates. This is a really exciting, cool feature because it allows you to really fine tune your workflow and automate it, creating certain checklists for newborn puppies, maybe go home checklists, and all of these you can set up and then quickly apply to litters as they're born without having to input every single to do item for every single litter over and over again when you've probably got your workflow sorted out in your head. So we really hope that you enjoy this feature because we're very proud of it. We're very excited about it. Thank you for watching. Good luck and bye.